Find the simplified form of the difference quotient for the function f of x equals 3x squared minus 3x plus 1. So difference quotient formula is f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So let me start with the first piece of f of x plus h. Okay, so that's simply plugging in x plus h into every x you see. I'm going to plug in x plus h there and x plus h there. So look, I will need to write a new trinomial, well, not a trinomial, a gigantic polynomial that is 3 times x plus h squared minus 3 times x plus h plus 1. So I'm done writing f of x plus h. What's next? Copy down the minus sign, and I need to subtract f of x from it. So f of x is this entire function. So I'll put that in a parenthesis. 3x squared minus 3x plus 1 will be subtracted from here. Okay? And all of these will be divided by h when we are done simplifying the numerator. So, I think I will talk about this during class, but this part right here, you guys, x plus h squared. I do want you to know that is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. If we have that memorized, we don't have to FOIL it out every time. So remember, x plus h squared is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. If you FOIL it, that's what you're going to get. Now, let me distribute this negative 3 in. That's going to be minus 3x minus 3h. Copy down this plus 1. And let's distribute this negative sign in. So everything in this green parenthesis is going to change the sign to the opposite. So we're distributing this negative. So what's going to happen? 3x squared will be minus 3x squared. Minus 3x will turn into plus 3x. And this last plus 1 will turn into minus 1. All over h. Kind of awkward. This still needs to be distributed out here. So I'll do this in the front. That is going to be, just 1 second, let me make this work a little bit smaller. Long fraction bar. All right, let's distribute. 3 times x squared. That's going to be 3x squared. If we multiply 3 times 2, that will give me 6xh. And if I do 3 times h squared, that's plus 3h squared. All right, I'm going to just duplicate all the rest of this down. Okay, copy it down. All over h. Now, if we did this correctly, a lot of terms will, many terms will cancel out. So look, 3x, that's too big. 3x squared, and this negative 3x squared are opposite. So they're gone. What else? There is negative 3x, but notice there is a positive 3x, so they cancel out. There is positive 1, and there's negative 1, so those two cancel out. So all of these are canceled out. All of these are canceled out. So let's write down some leftovers. Okay, so what's left? We still have 6xh plus 3h squared minus 3h all over h, right? If you notice, all three terms on top, all of them have h, right? So I'll cancel these h's out. So first term will become 6x plus, the next one, it used to be 3h squared. If I divide by h, this will turn into 3h, right? It still has one h left over. And then minus 3, the h is canceled out. So what I did over here is I factored out the h to the front. We factored out the greatest common factor of h, and then we just canceled the h out. So we do that. I mean, we can do that mentally instead of writing down a second line, but this is the difference quotient simplified, okay? So we're going to use that to answer these, to complete this table here, okay? I'll erase this so that I can do some work. So when x is 7 and h is 2, we will plug in, I'll write this on top of this. We know the simplified difference quotient is 6x plus 3h minus 3. So they gave us x is 7 and h is 2. So when you evaluate that, we'll be able to find what the answer is. So let me get a scientific calculator on my cell phone and do this. This is going to be 6 times 7 plus 3 times 2 minus 3. The answer should be 45. All right, let's do the next one. I have to do 6 times 7 plus 3 times 1. This time h is 1 minus 3. So if you do that, the answer comes out to be 42. All right, next. 6 times 7 plus 3 times 0.1 minus 3. That comes out to be 39.3. And the last one is 6 times 7 plus 3 times 0.01 minus 3. And that comes out to be 39.03. I think as h approaches 0, as h approaches 0, we're going to approach 39. I think that's what we are seeing here, okay? But that cool thing we'll talk more about. I think our energy, our mental energy is all spent when we are simplifying this difference quotient. But next week, when we go over power rule, we'll come back and talk more about these, okay?